Okay.
Recording in progress.
We are starting the webinar.
All right. People coming into the room.
Yep. Tonight, if you're here to draw Coachella, you're in the right place. If you were looking for some other quarantine themed support group,
You may not be in the right place.
yeah, you came
But
to
we'll
the
do our
wrong-
best to help you out.
Yeah, you came to the wrong meeting.
We're here for you either way.
Yeah. I know.
We'll
So
give it
we're
a
gonna-
shot.
Yeah, we're gonna get drawing pretty soon. We're drawing John. Well, John, that's part of your spiel. You're gonna share who we're
Oh
drawing
my God,
soon.
man.
Yeah.
Don't take it away from me.
I always am like, just you can't introduce people and you can't say who we're drawing because that's John's thing. So we're gonna get going in a second. We did draw Run the Jewels this morning, which that's all I've been listening to today. So
Oh, cool.
yeah.
And that turned, I didn't want to do that drawing of Killer Mike, but it
Yeah.
turned out, I was really
Oh,
happy
did it
with
really?
it. I was really happy with it.
I love it. You've got a potential buyer right here. So
You can have it.
yeah. All right. I think it's time to go.
Illustration, isolation, illustration, isolation.
Dale, think we've gotten enough mileage out of that?
I'm liking it with the bark for sure.
I thought I gave it a little something.
Oh,
Yeah.
Finn's trying too. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
chip in where you can. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday night drawing session with Illustration Isolation. I'm here. I'm joined with Cassandra Loomis Kim, Dale Stefanos, and Timmy Trayvon. I don't know if anybody else came into the room. I can't see anybody else yet, but I'm
We're
sure
gonna
they'll be
have we're gonna have Don Kilpatrick and Bill Cobe tonight for sure.
Cool. very good. If they can get into the room, they might be in the audience, knowing those two. Anyway, welcome everybody. This should be a fun night. Reference is really fun. I didn't know anything about Coachella when Timmy sent the information to me. Something that's been going on. This is their 20th year, I believe. And what I thought, it's like a soap opera. The headliner's changing all the time. There's been a lot of
It
interesting
is.
stories coming out of there.
I feel like that happens every year, but especially this year. So
Yeah. I told Timmy, I said, do you think working with a bunch of illustrators, divas, or try working with
Yeah.
really famous people, right?
yeah.
Well, anyway, hey, our first pose tonight is Megan the Stallion. Great shot. I love this pose. Timmy sent this to me and had to go with it. I couldn't find a better one. I thought it was perfect. It's great. Second shot, The Weeknd. And I don't know his particular name. Do you, Timmy?
The Weekend. That's
The Weeknd.
all. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Beautiful.
I checked all your names. You got it all right. This
What-
is, if anybody wondering, this is kind of my episode. Don't have too high of expectations for John.
But
to
I
understand that-
but I'm
You did
doing this.
homework.
I feel I got homework to do when I do these things.
yeah,
I
I know,
gotta
you did
I
it.
gotta learn it. I gotta learn who these people are. I gotta learn if you can talk about them, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's certain ones you can't
wanna
talk
know,
about.
You want to know if they got into maybe a little bit of trouble recently?
That's right. Do a little background check.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish. We did a really fun pose of her this morning where she was jumping in the air. Full figure. It was really terrific. And then on the last pose, the first two are 20-minute poses. The last pose, you can either do Billie or you can do Harry Styles. And that's a terrific shot. I don't think that's from this presentation. It's from another event, but it's too good. You have to use it. It's a really good shot.
Right back here.
And when my 20-year-old son, he was coaching me. 21-year-old son. He had his birthday last week. He was coaching me. He said, "You can't do this without Harry Styles. You got to do Harry Styles." So
I would agree. I think that's
all
accurate.
right. So in between poses, post to hashtag illustration isolation. First couple are 20 minutes, and the last pose is a little bit longer, 30 to 40 minutes. And at the end of the night, we'll take the time and go through and look at what people did. So have a good night, and let's get ready to draw.
Yeah, the only other thing I'll add is I dropped a link to the photo reference in the chat. So if you're like, where are all these photos, that's where they are. Grab that link, and just highly encourage, please draw along with us. It's a huge part of the fun. So other than that, enjoy. If this is your first time drawing with us, please let us know in the chat. Be sure to select everyone opposed to host and panelists, and let us know where you're tuning in from.
Again, if it's your first time drawing with us, welcome, and we apologize up front.
For being an absolute delight. That's what we apologize for.
Wow.
See what I did there?
You're very good.
Also, is anybody joining us that's like a VAP, any VAP students in the crowd, any mentorship students attending, or who just joined VAP for the first time?
I'm excited. We're starting up again.
I know classes start on Saturday. Do you look forward to the start of classes, Dale? Or
I do, yeah. You know, it's nice that like today, a lot of people checked in, and I still need to say hello on Discord. But it's kind of exciting, you know, seeing people introduce themselves and you know, see that they're excited, and you know, it's nice that we had a break, and I'm really happy to be back too.
Thanks. Dale teaches our portfolio development class, and it's a great class. It's very practical way of looking at the industry and approaching the industry, approaching your portfolio and how to develop for the industry. He's the perfect one to teach it.
Thanks, John. I'm half of it. John is the smart half, and I'm the guy who tells you how to get stuff for free.
Yeah, Dale's telling people how to hack the membership.
I'm the visual arts passage looter, basically. I somehow work my way in, and
yeah,
You're like the coupon king.
the coupon king of VAP.
wow.
Dale's figured he could take us down from the inside.
Yeah. Long game.
I'm actually working for LiveBrush.
I was just gonna say, you're an agent of LiveBrush.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Straight out of Buffalo.
Well, I've gotten an update on the Gilded Age. Cassandra sent us a bunch of images to do the Gilded Age for next week, which, if you don't remember, I mentioned that I was very clear. I have an acquaintance of mine who is on the HBO show, The Gilded Age.
That's cool.
Yeah, but you stumbled a little bit when you said it. So like it threw doubt in there for us.
Well, a lot of people threw out that I claimed that I was like friends with him. That maybe
yeah, it's coming back to me now. Yeah,
okay, that maybe I was exaggerating my relationship with this now celebrity.
Did you get him to send? Did he send you an email?
So like, as if I was like saying I'm friends with Spider-Man, that level of, you know, of claim.
Or like I have a girlfriend in Canada.
Yeah, that was definitely the energy that moment had.
Or I have a girlfriend.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is great. And we'll do Gilded Age. I was like, that's perfect. And I was like, you know what I should do? I should send him a note, because I bet I can get him on the show. And you all will really appreciate that. I sent him the note, and haven't heard anything back yet.
I'm hoping.
I think I actually just heard crickets in somebody's camera.
Yes, you did. You certainly did.
I think he's great on the show, so I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep everybody posted. Right now, it's just a one-way street of interaction, but you know,
that's
anything could happen to me.
anything could happen.
Anything could.
I live in that zone. That's where I live. Yeah. But if you like The Gilded Age, that's what we're drawing next week. So
I've got to watch that. I have to say,
there's so much to watch.
reaching back a week, I happened to have a discussion with my class at Suffolk University about I was doing a demo in Photoshop, and I used that one of the photos we used last week, and they were like,
What?
You watch that?" And I watched that show, and man, that was so depressing.
Could you say that show again? What show?
Euphoria.
Euphoria.
Euphoria, yeah. Wow.
I thought they were saying, like, you go to illustration isolation. I thought that's what you were going. We were going with that.
Oh, no. Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty
But it was also, well, partly, it was also, they were like, your generation shouldn't watch that show. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, what? My generation.
I've
Like,
had a lot.
I'm one of the hip kids.
Right.
Oh.
Anyway,
My son told me, don't ever watch it, Dad.
John, don't ever watch it.
Timmy, they're asking if you can set it to gallery view.
Yeah, I already did. Should be working. Let's see why that's happening. Sorry, everybody.
So is this the current Coachella lineup?
Yes,
And
Yeah.
some of them.
so who's the, I know these were all very big names and all that, but who's the like the big draw this year?
I think Harry Styles is probably.
Is Harry Styles still a thing?
Oh yeah,
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
yeah.
I like him. I think he's
Billie Eilish. I mean, it's hard because I think that they try to hedge their bet on so many different artists, that,
yeah.
but I don't know.
Because like especially today, I mean,
Man.
things change so quickly, and they've got to line this stuff up like a year in advance, right?
Yeah, that's got to be hard.
This could be incorrect, but I believe Kanye was booked but dropped out like 2 weeks ago, and
That's correct.
I think he got replaced by Doja Cat, which
That's
is pretty awesome replacement. I mean,
currency, right? It's a crypto.
Doge Cat. No, it is not. But it's nice that you try to keep up with current times, Dale. That's
Well,
very-
I'm keeping up
very
with currency
sweet.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm aware of the name Doja Cat. My kids make fun of me because I always, whenever I've turned it to my father, whenever somebody comes on to the,
Yeah.
like the Grammys, I'm like, is that Doja Cat? And no, it's Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's Grumpy Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that Doja Cat?
Yeah.
Is that Doja Cat?
Dad,
Yeah.
shut up.
Are you my mom? Yeah. Yeah.
So should we take bets on when the Benia entry is going to happen? I like how he sneaks in the middle of a conversation. Like we'll be having this Doja Cat conversation and you'll hear the,
No, he's like the Bloody Mary in the mirror. If you say his name a certain amount of times, he like pops up out of the
That's
blue.
really funny.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
really funny.
I could see that for sure. Yeah. Does anybody in the audience have favorite artists that are at Coachella this year? I'm not, I've never really been a music festival person, but I mean, the lineup would have to just, I don't know that I could go to a festival. I don't know. The lineup would have to just be wild.
Oh
When's
yeah,
the
wanna
last,
go.
what's the last one you went to? Have you gone to any?
I'm trying to think. No, not really. Like that era of my life passed. Like I would have loved to, but
Yeah, just didn't
I
have.
feel like that's a young person's game. Like a very
Yeah.
young,
You're young, man. What? How old are you?
No, I'm 33 and
Jesus.
but I'm saying like every year my tolerance for inconvenience and discomfort, I feel like it's
Yeah.
a little bit less.
Amen.
And I feel like music festivals are like the main theme of most music festivals is discomfort.
Right. They could name it worst time ever.
Like that Woodstock 99 documentary where you're just
Well,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a horror story, you know, but I think like you know, like I don't know. I just like, you know, drugs and alcohol aren't a big part of my life. And I feel like that's a big part of festival
Right.
culture. Like, and maybe a 21-year-old version of myself would have really had a lot of fun, but man, I don't think I could do it now.
Even when I was in a band, I mean, we actually played at the 20th anniversary of Woodstock, you know, at the original site. And there were probably, I don't know, 60,000 people there. And I was not like, I loved playing, but I was so not into hanging. Oof. Like, let's get a place with no sanitary facilities. And this is back in 1989. They hadn't invented like hand sanitizers in porta potties yet. That wasn't a thing.
Right. So it's just like
It's just nasty.
millions of people. Just millions of people not watching.
but I bet your immune system afterwards was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't get out of there fast enough. Seriously. It's just like,
man. Yeah. You know, that being said, you know, I think Coachella, from what I've understood, is now like a glamping experience that is like, of all of the festivals, it's like extremely expensive. And like,
no
and
kidding.
like, it's definitely like a, you know, I don't know. I'm sure you can still really rough it, but like, I don't know, man.
It's like glamping now.
I think so. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Has anyone glamped here?
No, I just camped.
It sounds like your Iceland experience was a glampish thing.
We stayed in hostels and they were really nice. So I wouldn't even I would say it's above glamping.
Hostels are nice now?
Well, in Iceland, they were really nice.
Oh, that kind of ruins it, doesn't it?
And they were for all ages. So
You never had the feeling that you were going to be, you know, trafficked or anything like that?
nope, not in Iceland.
Oh, wow.
Chillest
gotta
place ever. It's like, it's so safe. And like, I always go at the kind of a quiet time of year. And so you'll go on a drive and you're like, oh, I want to go take a picture of that thing. And you'll stop in the middle of the road and leave your car door open and the car running. And you go take a picture for 5 minutes and you can come back and your car is there and no other cars come by.
That's weird, man. It's just weird.
Lovely.
What's wrong with those people?
Dale, I'll get my Tim Trayvon story out of the way early because he's got a good festival one. He was going on a fishing trip with his buddy named Mike Lure. You know, he was probably my age, and they're on the highway and they see this like long line of cars off this exit, and Mike Lure is like, "What do you think that is? It looks like something's going on, something cool." And my dad's like, "Let's go check it out. We're not in a rush." And so they pulled over, and then pretty soon they're like slowly getting in more and more traffic. And then they're like totally boxed in traffic, and they're just getting corralled into a folk music festival.
Oh my God.
And they went to it was like a nitty gritty dirt band festival, like a headlining festival, and their car got completely boxed in. And they were there for like 2 days.
Oh my God, that is horrible.
He said it was the worst experience ever. He said it was horrible.
Stuck with a bunch of...
Yeah.
Is that Bill?
Yeah, that's Bill.
Oh, hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey guys. I've just never heard of anybody accidentally going to a music festival.
I haven't either.
I mean, getting trapped accidentally at a music festival, that's classic. You know what would make that better is if that was Woodstock.
Right. I thought that's where you're going, Timmy. That's why I let you continue.
Very much
That's
like
why
a
you let it continue. I just want to remind you, Timmy, this is my room. And
Well, that's why I didn't interrupt and just change the subject.
Timmy, your
Yeah.
dad just sounds like you had a series of Forrest Gump events, you know?
Yeah, he
So
did.
wish I knew him.
Yeah.
No, I feel like I do, but like with some of these stories, what a character.
What's the last festival you've been to, Dale? Did you ever perform at a festival?
Well, yeah, I just said we did that 20th
Woodstock.
anniversary of Woodstock, but no, I don't really no, that's never been my thing. I mean, have I? I don't think I've ever, outside of like, radio station, concerts that are a collection of artists.
Yeah.
We've been to a bunch of those just as like through my wife's work thing, but no, it's never really been my thing.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Like it's ugh.
It's
That makes me feel better because I'm so not into that.
but
Yeah.
like that also being said, like looking at the lineup for Coachella this year, it's an incredible lineup.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. Like even before some of them got canceled, it's like I would love to see all of those shows, but there's a lot of baggage that comes with being there. So
Yeah. How about in the audience? Are there favorite? People have a favorite.
festivals.
Was it Foo Fighters supposed to be at this one?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I would understand why they would.
Well, yeah, they're not
cancel.
doing anything now.
Yeah, that's pretty tragic.
It was a bummer.
Yeah, really, really huge bummer.
He seemed like such a
Talented, nice guy.
Oh,
from
yeah, positive
what everybody was
spirit.
saying. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we've got a Coachella attendee. From
All
this
right.
year.
Right.
All right. Very dusty, huge crowds. Are you drawing at Coachella?
Oh, that would be epic and kind of meta.
That would be
It
amazing.
really would, yeah.
Also, it would really be kind of lame of you.
I know.
To attend a Coachella and be like, sorry, I gotta tune into this webinar.
I think it's on YouTube.
You're on the edge of Coachella.
Yeah.
You're drawing.
Guys, everybody in the drug tent, be quiet.
Right.
Anyways, I should remind the audience, if you have questions about drawing, please throw them in the chat or in the Q&A. I will field them. Other than that, we kind of hop around conversations. So
Yeah.
Oh.
John, what did you guys draw this morning?
Same subject matter, just different. We drew Billie Eilish jumping. We drew Killer Mike.
See, I don't know Killer Mike. I don't know Killer Mike.
he's in Run the Jewels.
He's in Run the Jewels.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I don't know
God,
this.
oh my God, you
I
sound
don't
so
know
old.
this. Oh my God.
You sound so
I'm so ancient.
Dale's
gonna-
old man sayings by Dale.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap, guys.
Wait,
You know,
run
Dale,
the-
you know what?
run the
I
what?
threw my back out just talking about this.
I'm gonna
Dale.
take a nap and have an Ensure and go to bed.
Yeah.
Because
like
you were
run-
in a band,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't get
And
this, Bill.
that makes me feel so much better. Because I know Run DMC, I know Running with the Devil.
No, the elastic has snapped. I have lost touch with pop culture.
Or for you, the spandex has
I
snapped.
Yes,
don't
this.
know.
Bendix is not.
Sandra, you're usually so
Not-
nice.
Let's
I'm
not
sorry, it was
scare
just so, it was just there.
Wow. Oh,
Let's
I
not
go out
scare
of my-
off our Go ahead, Dale. Let's hear it.
no.
Let's hear
No, that made me feel a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, Bill, believe it or not, this isn't just about making you feel better.
That's no.
No, let's be sure to ask questions.
For my painting looks right now, she kind of looks like the Coppertone girl, you know, where the dog is
Oh my
biting
God.
back with the bathing suit.
Yes. She could be
Put a
anyone.
little dog in there.
I guess she does. I was going to say mine looks like a superhero, but I guess she does look like a superhero, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, she's totally got like a whole Wonder Woman thing going on for her right now.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, this is the 5-minute warning on the first.
What?
post, So
Ugh,
You know what?
Just
We
got
oughta
here.
we should give Timmy the 5-minute warning.
yeah.
This is your 5-minute warning, man.
And all of a sudden Dale just disappears.
yeah. Yeah.
Don't you have a family function or something?
Yeah. The Trayvon dictatorship of
Hey, Dale,
Yeah.
Crystal wants to know what material you're using.
I'm using a cheap sketchbook and the remainder of one of my last little red, what are these pencils? The pastel pencils.
Carbothello.
Carbothello, the 305, 1400 305 red. It has 4 stars, so it must be good.
You know what? I got some of those because you were using them a bunch and it looked cool. And I keep meaning to use them one Thursday.
Well, you know what? You do that, and I will. I'll break out the cardboard.
I like it. I like it. We'll have a swapperoo.
Yep.
Airbrushed on cardboard. There you go, Dale.
Yes.
You know what? You were rocking the airbrush. I'm impressed. I've never used it. So like, it's just, you were so casual. Like, here's my airbrush.
I gotta.
He was doing such detailed work too.
Yeah, it's cool.
That we might see that tonight. You never know.
Love it.
If
Yeah,
you know, maybe if like Timmy would ever stop talking about festivals, we could talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
art.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Dale's really close to being Bennett.
Yeah. You know what they say about people in glass homes, Dale.
Everyone can
Something about-
see them when they're showering. But
They're hugely rich.
Glass homes.
yes, they've got a ton, right, they've got a ton of money.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you've missed the point, but that's okay.
Oh my
I
God.
think
Wow,
actually,
it's
I
getting-
think you
it's
missed
getting
it.
warm in here.
that we're cutting it down to 2-minute warning now.
Where's Ray to like,
Yeah.
create a mutual?
Ooh, hey, Terry had a fun fact. The Coppertone ads were first done by a woman. Terry, I did not know that.
No, that who?
Is there a reason that came up?
Because I said mine looked like a Coppertone ad right now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Timmy was checking his mentions when you said that. So
Yeah. Jeez, coming in hot, Dale. What
it's
is?
a defensive.
Yeah, it's.
Defensive pose right I can tell.
You've got like a Gatling gun of of insults.
And not insults, just just softening you up. They're jabs.
I would call
jabs.
them jabs for sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
John, yours looks like a superhero.
Yeah, yours looks really cool.
Is oh God, what's this one's name again? Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan?
Thee Stallion.
Is she that that was that performance on, was it the Grammys? It was like, whoa.
I don't know. I don't.
Is
I
it
don't
the
know.
WAP? Is that her
I think
thing?
that's hers.
No.
Okay.
You guys gotta choose your line, because you can't be like, I don't know. And then don't just like blindly reach to I would say I don't know. Maybe Google it on your own time.
Oh wow.
I
Wow.
mean, I'm not completely.
So
above-
never mind.
We talked about this. We talked about this earlier. It's called help vampirism.
What is that?
It's I was in a like a support chat and they had a warning, and it was, do not be a help vampire, which is basically don't ask questions that can easily be answered by Google.
So what you're saying is conversation is officially dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
got it.
come on. All right, here.
Officially, it just died. Everybody out there, conversation is dead.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
If you have any
all
questions, Google
it. Google it. All right. RIP. Somebody said RIP all convo for all time. All
Yep,
right.
that's it.
All right,
So-
Dale, you won. You won.
No,
You
no,
won that
I
one.
can't win. It's the conversation's dead.
No. Oh, come on. All right. Somebody just confirmed in the audience, WAP is Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. So there
Thank
you
you.
go. Thank you.
Look at that. Someone's interested in communicating. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. All right. I
Ooh,
never-
Don's here. You arrived at the perfect time.
I was just gonna say, to diffuse this, Don, you probably know a lot about diffusing conflict.
Don's here?
I'm back, man.
Oh, hey, Don.
Yay, welcome back.
Yay! I know it's been like forever. I'm sorry, everybody. It's crazy.
You have to be all like responsible.
I know.
And, like,
Gosh, I know.
Your
Stop.
job stuff.
No, it's great to be back. It's good to see everybody here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're talking about diffusing conflict, Timmy. Already, you guys are fighting.
Dale and Timmy are going at it.
It's
man. Ugly.
it's the most violent Zoom meeting we've ever been in.
Oh my gosh. I came at the
Yeah.
right time, man.
Violent.
Yeah.
Well, Timmy just murdered conversation, so I just
No.
thought I would,
Okay.
you came in at the exact right time, Don. You're like a human
Yeah.
piece.
You know, Dale, I wish I had thought
Go on
about that
here.
this morning when you said that.
So no,
Oh,
no.
oh
No, that-
man, wouldn't you know it? The coolest pose. Like I saw the reference. This is like amazing, and I get here late for this pose. Go figure.
You can still do it.
I'm gonna get to this one. I when John sent around the reference, I was like, oh, this is great. I gotta do it. So
Yeah, there's just not enough time. This should have been a 40-minute one, so I could like get it all right.
Don, we're the artists. We're the drawer. We are in charge. Okay.
that's
Wow.
right, Timmy.
But next time somebody comes to see Timmy
Yeah.
draw, then he's in charge. But until then, it's us.
Dale's like unionizing the illustration isolation group.
This is torture tonight, man.
Dale's like,
Dale's
we're
got a
the
booth.
talent.
Dale's got a booth and he's like, if I could just get your signature, we're gonna get enough names.
Send
Yeah.
the dues to my
Yeah.
house.
We're gonna get rid of Timmy. I can promise you the next year, Timmy's gonna be gone.
No. Tim's going to be here. He's going to do the grunt work.
He's gonna be the
Campaign going here.
yeah, Dale.
No, we're gonna make them draw and then
Yes,
be like,
yeah.
stick to that time.
But then we'll have to do technology. So
Yeah, all right.
Oh, check out who just joined in here, man.
All right, before we jump into the conversation with all of our new guests, we're moving on to the next pose. So
Wow.
yeah, so moving on to pose number 2,
No way. I
which
thought-
is the weekend. So
Okay, I'm drawing the
um,
wrong
Oh, cool.
person.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
cool.
all right. So be sure to post that to Instagram with hashtag illustration isolation and at visual arts passage. On that, we've got Don Kilpatrick just joined along with Ray Bonilla.
hey, full house.
Raymond.
Hey, everybody.
Is that Don? The conflict king?
Huh?
Ray, we
No,
were
I
just
thought
saying.
Ray snuck in here, man. He got here just in time for the conflict. His ears must have been burning.
I went on YouTube to see if what pose we're in. So like I wasn't because I was running late and I just like caught the tail end
Oh,
of everything. So
Ray, is that
you
your
know.
like hack for like seeing if you're gonna join or not?
Yeah,
Because
pretty
like,
much. I just wanted to see if Dale was in and was whether or not he was
Faulty.
trolling people yet, and so how bad it was. So
Well,
I just wait for my right
conversation's
moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
dead. Timmy killed that. And,
Getting everything set up here.
So Ray, you did exactly what Timmy was requesting. Like you didn't ask a question. You went and you searched it on the internet.
Yeah.
So you're not,
Well-
is it an information vampire? Is that what you call it?
No, it's and Dale, there's more to it. I didn't really explain all of it. There's more to it than just that. It's that you have no interest. It's that you have no interest in the inner workings or the like the math of solving a problem. You just want it solved by another person. So
You
Oh,
know,
wow.
Timmy, just say it's from
Wow.
Boston. Just say you're from Boston, and then we can move on.
Yeah.
That's what I
Wow.
would say.
Wow, Ray.
Ooh,
Why are
ooh.
you-
Wow,
why
That was-
why
wow.
I
Y'all
didn't
came in
invent-
sassy today.
I didn't invent this term. I
Yeah,
just saw it and I was like, oh wow, I know a
The
lot of
mics are
help
hot.
I know a lot of help vampires.
Yeah, the switchboard's lighting up right now.
The mics are hot today, folks. Hot.
Yeah.
Hot takes everywhere,
Hot
Yeah.
takes.
everywhere.
Does
in, let's
anybody
just
in the
get nuts.
audience? Anybody in the audience know a help vampire? Or are we pro help vampires? Or I mean,
I know
don't
what
think
an energy vampire is.
an
Oh my
energy
gosh,
vampire.
yes.
So
That is
funny.
like the best idea for that show, by the
Yeah.
way.
It is.
Yeah.
Dale, you're an energy vampire right now.
Oh, man.
You're sucking me dry. Dude, I'm dry, man. This is hard.
Wow.
I'm running out of energy.
Let's step away and get some
can't keep-
popcorn.
Hold
can't
on,
keep
hold
up.
on, hold
Yeah,
on.
I
you
can't
really
keep
didn't.
up with this.
Wait a minute. This is a guy who goes and wrestles
I'm turning my webcam on for this.
wrestles strong men to the ground, and,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
little old me is
Dale,
posing
this
a
is
challenge.
Dale, this is the most exhausting role I've had all week.
Way to
That's
go,
a man-
Dale.
That's a man who's
Yeah.
never had children right there, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also very true.
Amateur.
Oh my goodness.
You sounded very Boston with that line there.
Oh, it's so true though,
Amateur.
isn't it, Cassandra?
Yeah.
Cassandra, have your kids ganged up on you yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like the minute they came out of the womb, they figured that out.
yeah. I mean, you learn how to deal with that kind of flack, and you can deal with
God.
it.
My kid doesn't need any help to gang up on me.
All right. Guess what? We've got a question.
Oh,
Please send more, please. How do you please? How do you fix a drawing in color once you start going in a direction you're not liking, particularly in smaller details, facial features, or shading, contours?
What supplies are you using? I think that would be my first
Yeah.
question.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat it? So how do you fix a drawing in color
Go Google that.
if it's
All
not?
right. All right. We've beat that joke. Let's leave that one
Yeah,
behind.
you can't fix it. You can't fix a bad drawing with color.
Okay.
No,
we're-
once you're already working in color.
yeah,
Oh.
I'll say the question one more time.
All right.
How do you fix a drawing in color once you start going in a direction that you're not liking?
You know, some of it is like what supplies are you using? Like if you're using paint, you cover it up. You can work on top of it.
That's just painting, really,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's the nature of painting, but
Yep.
like with
Exactly.
drawings, it's harder.
I'm gonna kind of go with a little bit what Dale started to go there, is most of the time that you're struggling with a painting, it's usually not the color, it's usually the value
Yeah.
that you're battling with. It's usually a value structure thing. But if the color's awful, I always fix color just by going back and trying to harmonize the whole thing, making it either putting a glaze over the top of it that harmonizes the whole color, or rub color, if you have background, foreground, make sure that the painting has a consistency with one dominant color. Or temperature is more of what I think about. Either predominantly warm or predominantly cool.
John,
Yeah.
I got a question for everyone, because that was a great answer. Has anyone ever done a piece of artwork that's colored, right, with color, sorry, that have you ever done a piece with great, fantastic values but awful color?
Oh, yeah,
God, oh my God, yes.
Yep.
yeah.
Time.
And
Yeah.
I wonder, like, was it really that bad though?
Yes.
Because I've done pieces with like, with color is not really that great, but if the values are fine, it doesn't look that bad. You know, I've done stuff with like that looks awful and that is used color, but it's usually like huge value issues that are, that's where I guess where I'm asking.
I agree with that.
I've never asked myself that question, so I'm really kind of like, oh, I should probably ask everyone, because that
That's
makes
a
me
really
think
good
about it.
question.
I've got a painting, Ray, that like it's got like most of the color is fine, but there's one spot where, because of the colors around it, there's a kind of a greenish yellow that looks acidic,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just wrong. And I'm sort of, I just leave it for now because it bothers me a little bit, and I'm trying to figure out, do I want to make it the same? I could easily just paint it the same color as all the yellows and greens around it, but there's also something that I sort of like about the fact that it bothers me.
Yeah. Like,
there's something
like,
to that.
yeah, and I guess it's like I mean, yeah, like I guess chroma and temperature issues, right? I mean, it's like that's one of those things where you could, if you could break that, you could really do some really nice stuff with it. But I just I mean, I ask myself this question a lot, and like whenever students ask or people ask questions about color, because I tend to, I'm in a position where I field a lot of those questions, you know, for the classes I teach and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's usually like value issues.
Yeah. Yeah, it's often it's a drawing issue,
Yeah.
you know. I think that like there's an instinct to kind of push harder, right?
Yeah.
And double down on what you're doing. And usually when you get to that point, it's probably, you know, you probably have to admit that doing more of what you're doing is not going to fix it.
Yeah, because usually it's a just something that's a fundamental underpinning of the whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
At least if it's value instilled. I mean, I guess you could do line drawings and, you know, colorize those with just washes, but even, you know, I'm only contextualizing what I do, and like, because I think, I mean, I'm sure they're color artists. I mean, you don't really need, if you keep your color, like John was saying, like just warm, cool. I mean, you don't really need to do much to make something look colorful. And just
Not at all, no.
Yeah.
It's funny. If I had my choice, I don't know. I don't really care that much about color. I wouldn't, you know, here I am with a red pencil, but I really like just value work. But you know, I've had some success with color, you know, commercially. So that's what clients expect. So I do
Right.
it. But I don't know. Like a lot of times I'll you know, I'll finish a sketch and I'm like, why color this? I don't get it. But okay. Right.
Because it's got its own color to it, right? It's like you
Yeah.
have that, like I was thinking about that oh my goodness, that portrait you did of Keith Richards.
Yeah.
And like it's basically like it's like cool, light, warm shadows, like that charcoal and that paper is
Yeah,
kind
just
of
has
warm
value.
underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's got
Like,
that
why
nice
would you put
temperature.
color on that? Right.
Right.
Yeah. And
Right.
a lot of times, you know, with my assignment work, like I just finished something today. And, you know, I've spent 2 days putting color on it. And the whole time I was like, this doesn't need this color, but I always ask, you know, a new client, which pieces they liked, why they called. And it's more often than not, it's a color piece. So, you know, that's what,
Oh,
yeah. And I understand that because it's more colorful, you know, it draws more attention on the page, I guess. I don't know.
mhm. And you know, it's to paraphrase Drew Struzan, I think like it's like people aren't visual, they're emotional. And
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
you know, they have an emotional language, so they might like something because they feel like they like it, or you know, so they have to kind of
I
sort of
think
try to
I
express
I
that.
suspect that there's an element of like finish, perceived finish in that kind of thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, it's black and white. That's not really finished yet. It's still a sketch. Could you finish it? Like I've tried to get away with not putting color in, and it's like, oh, could you finish it?
Yeah.
I guess so.
No, I mean, yeah, I just thinking like, you know, yeah, and it all depends on the era, right? I mean, because if you look at, you know, it was a time in the, you know, 70s and 60s illustrators where there was just basically just burnt sienna and ultramarine blue. Almost.
Yeah.
There was barely any color.
Yeah.
In any of those things. And I mean, they feel colorful and they're light filled, but
Was that more because of printing cost, or was that because of like intentionality?
geez, that's a good
I
question.
don't-
I don't have no idea.
Yeah, that is a really good question because when's the last time you know, a client said, well, this is going to be, you know, 4-color. Like, whoa, really 4-color? Okay, well, I'll make sure I put that extra effort forth. You know, 4 colors, dang.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even I almost, I don't know. It might be part printing process and part just a taste. I mean, because I mean, look at Norman Rockwell. I mean, his colors went, and people like Meet Schaefer, like later on in the careers, they went like almost brown, like
Yeah.
almost monochromatic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
his paintings were super colorful
Yeah.
at one point.
Well, I wonder if that's,
Good question.
I wonder if that's maturity or if that's, you know, because I've often
grays.
wondered, I'm sorry?
Oh, no, sorry. I just said, like, is it like their grays or something? Is it, you know, getting a little bit better with their, you know, their neutrals and their grays, or?
Right. Maybe they're just getting better, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. And yeah, and it all depends on like, I mean, me personally, I don't, I mean, this might sound sacrilegious, but I'm not really a huge fan of like the later year Meet Schaefer or like the latter year, like Norman Rockwell pieces as much because of that in a sense. Like, I mean, we're talking like the late ones where they almost looks like it's like asphaltum or Burnumber and white, for, like the flesh, you know. It's got that almost like I'm matching a photograph's tonality and color.
Yeah.
This
I
is
don't
going
know,
to sound like a random switch, but did anybody watch the new West Side Story?
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, you know, I just started. So what did you think of that?
Well, like, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Romeo and Juliet in general. I just think it's like hormones making poor choices. And that's just like emphasized in West Side Story. So that's like the mom in me coming out. But like, besides
That's
the point,
funny.
like the movie itself was beautifully done and directed, but it looks like a Norman Rockwell painting the whole time. Like, look at the palette of it. It is.
Mhm.
And so then I was researching it, and Steven Spielberg has a huge Norman Rockwell collection.
Yeah.
So I
Right.
feel like he just set up a bunch of their paintings and like sat down with a cinematographer and was like, match this.
Yeah, he might have. Yeah.
He's on the board of the Norman Rockwell Museum.
Is he?
Yep.
Well, yeah.
So we only got well, I don't know, maybe half hour into it. I agree. I thought it was just beautiful, but
Beautifully done.
I kept asking myself, why does this exist? Like, why, like, how is that? Did it improve on the original? Did it do something different? Like, I just thought it was like, it was very faithful to the original. It looked like the original, except, you know, better color. I was just struggling with that. So
I haven't seen it, but I think I could guess maybe a good argument for why it exists.
All right.
I have not seen it, so I don't really have a dog in the fight. But to me, it makes sense that there are remakes of classics, especially when they're true to the original, because I think that like re-releasing the old content for like a new generation is like commercially not probably viable. Like it just wouldn't do well. But I do believe that by like Steven Spielberg, like reproducing that story, it opens it up to an entire new generation of people who get to hear that story. And especially if it's true to the original story, it opens it up to an entirely new audience that may have not found it just because it wouldn't have been available on that at that commercial level. Does that
Yeah, I
make
think
sense?
yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, he did make some changes that I don't want to mention since you haven't watched it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, well, I gotta say, it's like, I think, you know, it's not a shot for shot like faithful remake of the original too. I mean, I feel,
Which I feel like that would be kind of also weird.
well, but you know, but I've seen that too, you know, in the 90s, Vince Vaughn was in, you know, a complete remake of gosh,
Psycho. Yeah.
Psycho. And it was just like, you know, and the thing
But
I
like,
liked about,
yeah, sorry, Don, go ahead.
well, no, I was just going to say, the thing I liked about this one is I felt the cinematography was much better than the original. I know that's sacrilege to some people, but, and I felt the characters didn't feel tinny and as one dimensional as they did. They actually had, you know, someone who's actually Puerto Rican playing a Puerto Rican, you know, which I enjoyed that aspect of it too. I mean, I don't, you know, feel like I can speak too much to that, but I love the cinematography of it. I thought it was much better.
Oh, it was gorgeous. And it also blew my mind that the girl that played the main character, that was her first movie role.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maria was the
Yeah, that's her first movie.
Huh. Oh, I love the original. There was.
I do too, but I don't know. Like, yeah, I like this one a little bit more. I gotta be honest with you.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go finish it.
I really do. Yeah.
Yeah, I just know what it was. I kept thinking, okay, I got to go look at the original. Like it's kind of like when you hear a really, you know, really good cover of a song, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go listen to that band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll finish it. I'll check it out.
I think it's worth checking out. I mean, you may not feel the same way, but I don't know. I think it's worth a look.
Yeah.
It's like watching a painting the whole time. Like the costuming, everything was that, all of that was handled. It's the story that drives me nuts because I just want people to think before acting.
Oh, you're funny. You're funny.
Yeah.
So you didn't like the decisions the kids were making?
No. Oh my gosh. He knew her like 2 days, dude. Come on.
Oh my God.
No spoilers.
If this is in any way, this is revealing that you should never watch Euphoria.
Oh, I know. No, I know. Because
Cassandra can't. Yeah. Cassandra
I get so emotionally tied in.
Cassandra cannot handle West Side Story.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
good luck with Euphoria.
I wanna give everybody a hug,
Yeah.
sit them down and make them a nice dinner and maybe talk about making some better choices. Like
funny.
What are you doing with your life? You know?
Cassandra,
yes.
in Romeo and Juliet, they knew each other more than just a couple of days.
True. But also Romeo was just in love with somebody else. And then like they broke up and he was a little suicidal at that moment. And then he saw Juliet and then he was like, oh, this is it. No, like.
Right. But people only lived to be like 40 back then. So they were like engaged.
That's because they made bad decisions.
Right.
Don't drink the water.
My picture in the video, this picture looks nothing like my thing.
Looks really good.
Thanks, but the color's wrong. It's just I was going to show you guys. I held it up for a second, and now I got to get my cat off the thing. We were talking just to talk about color for a second. This color right here works with what's going on around it. This color right in here is too acidic for the colors going on around it. But I like the value right here. And so and I like everything else about the paint right here. So, you know, do I try to match the rest of the painting, or do I leave it? This is the paint I was talking about that has
Right.
where the color's gotten really acidic, and so you know, it's only one part of the whole piece, but it's one of those things that bothers me, and I keep looking at it and trying to decide if I want to do something about it. And it has something to do with the warmth of the green.
So there's only 3 minutes left in this post.
Anyways,
Oh,
Okay.
come on, man.
Well, thanks for showing us
Awesome,
that, Bill.
I never did it.
I hope we can.
I like the original West Side Story. It's problematic, but the only thing I heard about the new one is that there's certain parts of it that are kind of drab in terms of the color.
Oh, well, it's kind of like a Polaroid, like a Kodachrome
Yeah.
palette, you know what I
Got
mean?
that warmth. Yeah.
Yeah, which I think is nice. What is it, like cross processing? Is that?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's really nice.
Yeah.
So do you think like illustrations around that time were trying to kind of match that?
Mhm.
I always wonder, because like you look at someone like Mitchell Hooks,
Mhm.
who, you know, has had a trillion styles, but like you'll see him go through that, or like, yeah, like I was saying, like Mead Schaefer, like was it like a point where like they could actually get accurate color?
I think so, but I kind of feel like they were responding to the new medium of TV, because if you think TV was coming into its own and you had all kinds of series, and they were, you know, before that print was king. And
Right.
this is just my take. I could be off, but I kind of feel like it was a response to really getting that contemporary edge with what they were doing.
Mhm.
You know, like, I mean, when you bring up Mitchell Hooks, I kind of feel like you got that kind of grittiness to it.
Mhm.
I don't know. I could be wrong. It just feels like it's a departure from Saturday Evening Post to me, you
It's
know?
a really interesting point.
Yeah, because I do think it's like makes it feel. I'm sure that it made it feel contemporary. Like that's.
What time
Go ahead,
period
Bill,
are you
sorry.
talking about? Right.
I would say like anywhere from 55 to maybe
Like
63 or something,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like that kind of 10-year window, mid 50s to mid 60s. But again, I mean, you know, I can't speak to it authoritatively. I wasn't around. So
Right.
Right.
A lot of that stuff reminds me of movies that were filmed exclusively on sound stages.
Mm.
Oh, that's a good point.
And have a kind of there was a fakeness to them, you know, and what was sort of popular in movies at the time versus you know, the kind of the counter to that would be like Robert Weaver with his, you know, sort of very limited color and awkwardly drawn, you know, not pretty people. And
well, Bill, you know that movie that had oh gosh, what is it, where he has, I forget the name of the actor, but he has love and hate tattooed on his finger.
Oh, yeah.
Night of the Hunter.
Yeah.
Is that something like that? Like I feel like because that was shot on a stage, it has even a creepier effect.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's few movies like that, I feel, but you know, yeah, you know, there's that, you know, shooting on location and shooting on a stage thing. But I think of that movie all the time. I can't remember the name of the actor right now. I should, but man, he pulled it off.
Yeah.
Robert
You ever see
Grisham.
that? You ever see that?
Robert Mitchum. There you go. Robert
Oh
Mitchum.
yeah, Robert Mitchum.
Did you ever see that?
Wasn't that Cape Fear?
Cape Fear.
Well, that's another film, but he played a psychopath preacher in this movie I'm referring to, where he would go into his diatribe about love and hate, and he'd put his hands together and he'd turn his
I
hands
always
one
see
way.
that clip.
Yeah, and he
I
turned it one way and it'd be hate, and he turns it the other way and it's love, you know, and it's just really creepy, but it's so like, ooh, it's
no,
it's held up its creepy factor all this
Spike-
time, I think.
Spike Lee took that scene, and I believe almost did it shot for shot and do the right thing. You
Oh,
ever
no
see
kidding.
that?
Oh,
Yeah, it's
wow.
really-
I gotta look at that.
It's really cool. If you look up Night of the Hunter, Do the Right Thing, there's like side by sides. It's so good.
Oh, I gotta check it out. That's awesome. I didn't realize that.
So you see,
wait a
it's that
But
that type of stuff that make. Oh, sorry.
I see a lot of the stuff in illustration sort of, to me, followed what was popular in movies in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like if you look at, like Italian neorealism, or cinema verite, and how that influenced Weaver's take on illustration, and then how that, and also what was going on in the fine art world was affecting illustration, and things became less kind of stage setty and less perfect, especially on the editorial side, I think.
Right. Yep.
But
like
you
Ben
still,
Shahn
like,
and
you look
stuff.
at old Life magazines or whatever, and you look at the ads, they're very like posed and clean and pretty and perfect. But then you look at the illustrations and for like in the editorial pieces or the articles, and there's a lot more grit.
Oh man, and you just got me thinking, my mind's wandering, and I'm thinking about title design, how it emerged in that time too. I mean, you look at the original West Side Story, and the title designs, I think, wasn't that Saul Bass?
Yeah.
And his other title designs, and there's a couple of other people that escape me, but then that TV series Wild Wild West, and how that fused design and illustration and comics and sequential. I mean, I love good title design.
Yeah.
I mean,
love
it's,
that whole sequence, too.
yeah.
That's really fun.
Yeah, it's just really came into its own, and I'm kind of blanking on what recently has really played with that, but I'm always a sucker for good title design.
I know, Don, I know I've dropped the name before, but I watched those shows with Kyle Cooper and his little brother.
Yeah. Oh, really?
In their living room. Yeah.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah. When
he was like an early career hero of mine. So
he's amazing. Yeah, then we'd go out and throw snowballs at cars.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna put a pin in that conversation. We're moving on to our last pose. So post your work to Instagram using hashtag illustration isolation and @ visual arts passage. At the end of this pose, we're gonna look at all the artwork that people have been working on throughout the night. So be sure to post now. Don't wait till the end. You're not gonna have enough time. And we do not hit refresh. John goes to Instagram and that's it. So post your work now. And you can choose either of the 2 images left with it, which is, I believe, Billie Eilish and who else is left? Harry Styles.
So Don, I was watching the movie earlier today. I watched the movie How to Murder Your Wife.
Oh yeah.
With, so you know that movie, right?
Yeah. It's been a while.
He plays like newspaper cartoonist or comic book artist,
right?
And there's a couple things that struck me about that movie. Is that one, he has like this whole staff of like models to go out
just at his beck and call,
act out every scene, and he lives in a townhouse with its own garage and
What movie is this, Bill?
How to Murder Your Wife with Jack Lemmon and Verna Lisi. And
like all illustrators were doing that, man.
Yeah, and it's like, and he was just he was doing this newspaper strip, and that was based on his acting these things out. But the other aspect of it, besides that, which I thought, who wouldn't want to do comics, like,
man, get like wear an ascot and have models on staff. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's how it is. Run around New York City and
your smoking jacket.
Yeah,
you make fun of that, Don.
Alice Raymond.
But that's actually how it was.
No, I know. Oh.
Whoa.
All of those famous artists from the famous artist school. I mean, they made money being spokesmen for things. They were.
Right. No, and
they were stars.
Yeah.
No, I know. I mean, I joke, but yeah, but it was just, yeah.
But the second part of that, I'm
gonna cut everybody. I need like a mute switch. just a reminder, everybody, some of your mics are different levels, so don't no yelling because it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Right.
But just
I got too excited.
This isn't a family Thanksgiving dinner. The loudest person doesn't win.
Sorry.
The loudest
But-
person does not win.
But Dad,
we actually,
Gosh.
we're not arguing.
Don, to redeem yourself, we've got a question.
Oh,
What are you?
shoot.
What it's specifically for you? What are you using tonight?
I'm using acrylic gouache, but I'm watering it down. It's pretty versatile. I like how, I can get like kind of a transparent effect with it, but then I can go really opaque with it and it doesn't lift.
That looks beautiful.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I really enjoy using it because it's pretty, I love the feeling. It's matte, so it lays down matte. I don't get shiny and dull spots when it dries. And anyway, I love using it. There's a bunch of different brands. I'm just using Liquitex because it's the least expensive at the moment. But there's a couple other brands like Holbein has one, and I think there's another. Gosh, there's another one that I blank on the name right now.
I bought it because you made it look so cool. Well, all right.
Do you like it?
I still haven't fully bonded. I like it with walnut ink, but I haven't done a ton on its own yet because I look at what you're doing and then I tried it and it didn't work quite the same yet. But I'm also lame. I just need to try more.
Yeah, it just takes it took me a bit to get used to it, but I think for what I do, I think I took to it quickly because it just, I don't know, probably just because how I work or whatever. But yeah, I liked it so much. I had my students this semester buy it. Some of them did, some of them, stuck with the heavy body acrylic, but I enjoy it.
No, it's cool. I just need to play with it more. It blows me away when you work with it like that.
Oh, thanks. There's
That's fairly new, right?
What's up?
That Liquitex is pretty new to the game of acrylic wash, right?
Yeah, but the other thing I like about it though is I've been reading up on the literature, and they have made their system more cohesive, so you could use heavy body acrylic, and I've tried using the golden with the Liquitex acrylic gouache. I've used the Liquitex with the Liquitex, and it all works out. And then, sometimes when I run out of, I go through a lot of titanium white and another, if you use Blick sells matte acrylics, which is essentially the same thing.
Oh.
I intersperse it with that when I run out of, my mixing white and stuff like that. So it all gets you there. And, the most important thing for me is the surface quality. I like the matte quality to it. And I can also work over top of it with like a, with charcoal or with, a colored, a more kind of charcoal like pencil, pastel, that sort of thing.
Did you use that on your solo show? Which congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that all looked beautiful.
Oh, thanks. No, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I use that. And then there's this, I don't know if any of you have used the Ampersand makes this gesso board that
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what they do to get that quality of gesso surface. It's got that slight pebble to it. That stuff, no matter what I use on that stuff, it's such a great surface, but it's so dang expensive.
Mm.
Mhm.
To get them with the like cradles on the back, where they're not just
Yeah, I love a
flat
cradle board.
Yeah, but it's it's just it cost me a pretty penny, but I think it was worth it because I've been able to, I was able to sell half of those, from the show already. I'm really pumped. The
Nice.
show goes really-
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
awesome.
mean, I'm really thrilled with that. And the last day of the show is this Saturday, so it's been a good run. It's been really awesome. It's been a major pick me up. So
Great.
yeah.
I get the feeling
It's
they roll the paint on those
Oh yeah.
to get that quality.
You're probably right. Yeah, I think that's probably, yeah, that makes sense.
How do you
I
feel
like
after
that
the solo
board.
show? Oh, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, what?
Right. Ray, let's hear your question.
Well, I was gonna say, How do you feel? This is like the gallery painter in me asking. How do you feel after delivering the solo show? Because there's certain people that feel like they go through like almost a depression in a sense because it's they're like their studios all of a sudden empty.
Mhm.
There's a little bit of that, like you've lived with this stuff, at least for me, for a while, so you kind of just like you expect it to be there, and there is that little bit that, you know, I get attached a little bit, and it's gone. But I think what kind of helped me with that is I've just had an extremely busy last part of the semester, and I think because it's been so busy that I can't stop to kind of, I think if it wasn't so intense, I probably would have a little bit more of what you're describing, but because it's just been, we kind of switched things around at the college. We had industry days for our students, and it was a bit different. So it was a lot of heavy lift with that. And I think, you know, I had both of those things happening at the same time. So I didn't have a time to kind of sit back and really think about it yet. I think by the time I do in a couple of weeks, I probably will have that little bit of a, you know, what you're describing.
Right.
Do you get that way, Ray?
Of that. I know I was so I've heard of it, and I was so mortified that I started pieces before on my easel before I delivered my solo show. So I went right into the next piece.
Oh, that's smart.
That's what I do. That's how I handle it. Yeah.
It's just through utter fear.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad I'm not alone.
Nope. Not at all.
I always
sorry.
I was saying I always end up having more pieces than there's room for. So I take them back home with me so that it's not quite so, it's not intentional. I just, you know, will make more than I need. And so,
right.
You know, it's like, oh, I've got these ones.
What was kind of a relief for me, and what the only reason why I was able to pull it off is a lot of it was half paintings, half printmaking work, and I knew I wouldn't be able to. I worked pretty fast, but I wasn't able to get. I knew I wouldn't be able to get the amount of paintings I'd need to really fill the gallery. But a lot of the printmaking work that I've done, you know, a lot of that stuff I initiated at the beginning of the pandemic, and I was really cooking on that stuff then, and so I had a lot of that ready. And that was, I feel like that's the only reason why I was able to pull it off, because time-wise, I don't think I would have been able to do it with all this other stuff going on. But I always admire how quick you work, Bill. Like I mean, you're really prolific, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, but all of you, I mean, it's like, oh man, you know. And I try not to think about that too much when I'm in, you know, trying to wrap up the semester, because I know I'm going to get that time again, and I'll have a little bit of space to do that and really get into something. But I just have to, you know, buckle down, you know, buckle up and finish out the semester.
You have like another full-time job, so it's like I think you have a really good reason for why you may feel a little pressed there.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it. You know, this is, you know, nights like illustration isolation. I really mean it. Like for me, it's really an energizing thing, you know, to talk to you all, you know, others in attendance, to see the work at the end. It's one of those things that really gives me the energy and reminds, you know, I love teaching too, but this is just, it really kind of feels like I can answer questions, maybe not so many frequent questions, you know, like I do typically in a classroom. So it's nice. Not that I mind that, it's just, you know, you got to have your space, right? So yeah.
Well, it's helpful that people.
This is what I think, Don. People that teach a lot, or it doesn't even have to be a lot, but most of the time, like in our own careers, we're just working on our stuff. We're just thinking about, how do I do this? How do we do that? One of the most exhausting thing to me about teaching, and I love to teach, is at some point I'm just like, can I just deal with my own issues for a while? I'm so sick of solving somebody else's problems. And I know that's a kind of it's just honesty. It's just truth. I
Yeah.
mean, you get to a threshold at a certain point and you're just like, I just really want to think about making my own pictures for a while.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah. And but you know, like you said, you know, like you, I love teaching. I mean, I teach a late class this semester intentionally because I want to be there during the late shift. You know, I want to be there at a different time than typically I would as, you know, as a chair, you know, and, you know, I get a lot out of being able to coach, you know, someone starting out. It really does a lot for me. It inspires me to go back and just really push myself more and not just kind of sit idle. So, but it does take, you know, you also have to pace yourself too. And I'm not always the best at that. So.
Don, we've got actually you know Kayla Valerio?
I do. She's with
Yeah.
us.
Kayla, no, yeah. Surprise, Kayla's here. No,
Oh, okay. I was like,
Kayla's,
thinking, if she's here, she should be in the panel, man. She's amazing.
Oh, that would be no, I would have done that for sure. But no, Kayla just wrote a blog post for Visual Arts Passage.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's on I believe it's on color palettes for comic book covers.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so Kayla goes through her whole process with creating a cover for the Power Rangers comic book cover.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we are so lucky. We've had her here for a couple semesters teaching with us, and oh my gosh, you know, she's amazing.
She put a lot of work into it. It's a really great article. It's going to get published as soon as our semester starts, and I have a minute to publish it. So I'll probably publish it on Saturday afternoon.
Oh,
So
sweet. I can't
I'll
wait to
send
check it out.
Yeah. It was actually, it was so good that we've already got her working on another post. So
Oh, that's rad.
yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome. I mean, just, you know, amazing artist, but just awesome person too. And yeah, everybody's got to check that out. You know, I can't wait to see that, man. You got, well, I'm subscribed to the list, so I'll see it. But man, I can't.
Yeah, if anybody's wondering, I usually send out an email like on Fridays. I'll do like a things we love email, and usually it's like a Spotify playlist and a blog post. But
do you subscribe to that through the site? I mean, is there a way for those that don't know how? I mean,
if you're here, if you're in this meeting, you're gonna get hit with that email for sure.
Okay.
But if I just dropped a link to it in the chat to our blog, because it really has only been in the past like 6-7 months. Cassandra and Bill kind of helped kick it off. We've gotten really more active with posting to the blog, and I try to get like a new article up once a week. So
that's awesome. I love I haven't read Bill's yet, but I read Cassandra's, and that one was awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Bill's was great. The unfinished drawing, the unfinished part of drawing and that quality.
I liked the Bill on Bill.
Oh, thank you.
Bill on Bill, is that what you call it, or is that?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Bill did an analysis of Bill Sienkiewicz, so it was.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was like Bill was having a conversation with himself.
Yeah, it was a giant acrostic, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about this, Bill? Well,
You know what's funny about that is that there's a print magazine that did an article on Robert Weaver, and he actually interviewed himself as if he was a different person.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think he did that a couple of times, and I found that hilarious.
Oh, cool.
I think that's the best way to do it. You know all the questions and the answers.
Yeah. So Don, so your semester is winding down right now? Is that?
Yeah. So our last day of classes is the end of the month, and then we have, you know, for our winter semester, we have our review week
Yeah.
which is the first week of May, and then commencement, and then the student exhibition. So we're coming to the end, and students are, it's that end of year, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I'm getting reviewed, and I'm really just kind of just reminding them, hey, this is really a conversation. It's really a portfolio review to kind of help you as an artist, similar to what you all do with Visual Arts Passage. It's really a conversation and an invitation and just encouragement, is really what it's about. And,
So it's like perfect time for CCS students to enroll in Visual Arts.
Absolutely. They should. I mean, that's the thing is like, look, we have limited months of good weather here, but I don't care. You should still do it, guys. So,
well, for anybody wondering, our mentorship courses, there's only 4 hours left to sign up for the spring semester.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah. So sign up tonight if you want to.
Yeah, you'll miss out. It's really, you've got a great, I think you've got like a Sterling Hundley class coming up or something like that, or
we got them all coming up. We've got Katherine Lam,
yeah. Oh my gosh,
huge name in editorial and publishing.
Beautiful work.
They're teaching process, skill, and craft. Audrey's teaching ideation and visual storytelling. Dale Stefanos himself, the villain of Illustration Isolation, teaches portfolio development.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're quietly.
Wow. We actually contractually, he will be nicer to you than he is to me. So if tonight's episode has scared you off from learning from Dale, I can promise you, contractually, he has to be nice to students.
Oh, gosh.
I'm widely considered the nicest mentor at Visual Arts Passage.
Because of the contract.
And it's because of that contract that I'm not nice to Timmy. So
that was actually a really weird requirement that your attorney redlined in our when we said the agreement, is that you get to throw 50 insults at me annually.
Right.
Classes are gearing up. This is actually exciting. We're starting our first 3D course.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Omar Hashem is teaching 3D character design. So
that's awesome. Which is there a particular platform or program you're using? Are you using Blender or ZBrush?
So Omar works in Blender, but his class is going to be very flexible on what tools students use, which is
cool.
Really cool.
So they could use like Nomad for the iPad, or Blender or ZBrush or somewhere else in between. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
that's good.
So if you're looking at all our concept art students, I know they're going to be heading that way. Definitely. So that class is definitely going to sell out, because John and I've been asked to run a 3D class for since we started Visual Arts Passage. So
I got to sneak into that class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ditto.
Have you?
Ray, I'll send you a link to enroll.
Yeah.
Wow.
We accept PayPal, and also you could just Venmo me at Timmy Trayvon.
I will be using my coupon.
Hey Timmy, send it to the same link that I sent him. Do it through Facebook, so he
he gets it.
I'm gonna start.
So he reacts quickly to the contest and that or the nomination.
I'm gonna start it this week. It's been a crazy week.
Ray, and then once Ray gets going again, Dale could step up, because I renamed Dale to Slacker.
Ray, it's 10 images in 10 days. It could take 10 years. Doesn't matter when you do it, as long as it gets done.
That's the pace that Dale is on right now.
That's right. That's right.
And he's already posted an image for this year, so
everything's prioritized.
Dale, I decided it wasn't how to game VAP, it's how to game John, is what it turned out. What's this whole thing? How to game John English.
The really great thing is somebody else nominated me today, and I've already posted five images. So
thank you, I appreciate that. Ray nominated you today, and
exactly.
all over it.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody asked a good question, John. I like this question. Somebody asked why they go, it's not a silly question, but they asked, I just wanted to know why you guys decided to call it visual arts passage. The visual arts part seems quite clear, but the passage part is a bit confounding. John, do you want to answer why we did that? Do you remember why?
Yeah, I think it had to do with research on.
No, it's it's a big part of what, John developed as far as, bridging that gap between the student and the industry. Is we wanted to create a program that kind of acted as a passageway for students to be able to move from to unprofessional, amateur, working students to professional. And we felt like all of the information is, we live in an information age where information is readily available to everyone. However, the access to that, in addition to knowing what you need to know, what you don't need to know, and navigating that is really the big challenge. So that was how we landed on it. That's how I remembered we landed on it.
I think that is how we landed on it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were arguments around the.
Oh my God, we had some probably.
Because your dad was in the mix of that.
Yeah, my dad was still around, so it took a month to decide on anything. That was yeah. My dad was still in the picture then. Yeah.
And here we are thinking that it was just you guys said.
If anybody's wondering, it was
on the floor and pieces of paper and threw them on the floor, Rolling Stone style.
No, we went to a rapper name generator website, Ray. And, yeah. No, we had a meeting and we talked for those were some of our longest meetings back then.
That's a big one. Naming your
It
school.
I mean, it can go one way or the other. And I think it's a great name. Because I think what you guys do is reflective of the name. So
Appreciate that.
Thank you, Don.
no, I mean, it's really a great thing. And I think it's such a great resource. And I know your students appreciate it. And I think others in the industry do too. It's, it speaks for itself. So.
Don just doesn't want to get yelled at again for yelling.
I know.
Oh, Don, keep the volume down. Keep that volume down.
I gotta work on my mic here.
We really are like a family at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this isn't Don, this isn't WrestleMania.
In this corner.
Don,
Thank you for your kind words.
Yeah. We appreciate the nice words, but
Can you do it a little lower?
Yeah, but keep it down.
Can you take it down a notch?
yeah.
With a softer voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever. Yeah. I just got too excited.
No, it's great. I'm still struggling because I've recorded 2 episodes now of the podcast for Visual Arts Passage. I'm still working on a name for it.
I gave you the name, Timmy.
Yeah.
I gave you the name.
No, I don't want my name to be in it. I don't want my name to be in the name.
Did you say Timmy Talk?
Yeah, Timmy Talk is that sounds like a Dora the Explorer sequel.
It sounds like a Mr. Rogers hour.
Yeah.
What's the focus of
2 + 2 is 4.
of the podcast, Timmy?
The focus is I texted Ray. I said, "Will you be on my podcast?" And he said yes. And I said, "Okay, so I'm having guests come on and they're going to tell me a story and I'm going to produce it into this 30 to 40 minute long narrative where I am talking to them." And Ray was like, "I'll do a long interview with you." So Ray did an interview with me that was great. And then once a month, I want to have a story that an artist tells, story related to the arts in some way. Tony Rodriguez was the first one to come on for the story. and it went great. I think I mentioned that here the other week.
Yeah.
And then Cassandra, hoping to get Cassandra on. Cassandra
Yeah.
has a good story queued up, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I'm just like editing this footage, but I'm still working on a name. So yeah, and everybody always says Timmy time, Timmy talk, Timmy. What, and it's just
I thought you were gonna call it like Firebrush or something.
Firebrush.
Talking brush.
Talking
I
brush.
thought I gave you a good name. I thought I gave you a good name. It was clean and simple. You just call it Studio, a visual arts passage process podcast.
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
You couldn't even get the whole sentence out.
That is pretty good, right?
You should have recorded that because that's like you
Very
guys do that again. We gotta capture that because that's
Yeah,
You did have radio voice when you said it.
It was
That
very,
was
Yeah, I
like-
did.
yeah, NPR, very
Here
NPR.
you go. Welcome to another episode of Studio, a visual arts passage podcast.
holy crap.
Yeah, that was good.
Holy crap.
Hi,
Yeah,
I'm your host, Dale
Yeah.
Stefanos.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use that for the episode, but it also is gonna include Don going, "Holy crap!"
Yes, please.
Yeah, another episode of
amazing.
Studio with Visual Arts Passage.
Oh.
Holy crap!
Remember that one thing you did? It was so good. Yeah.
What happened to
So,
you, man?
Remember that band you were in? That was so awesome.
What does it all mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, so if we call it Studio, all our Studio Bridge people are gonna be like, "I guess Studio Bridge is free now."
That's why you say Studio, a visual arts passage podcast. See what I'm saying?
A Visual Arts Passage podcast or a VAP.
Yeah, really like the plosives of that mic. Yeah.
It makes a strong case.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Ray, I appreciate it. I'm probably still gonna text you a week from now and be like, still working on a name.
I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cook one up.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I know that you have a lot of things going on in your life, but this is a front burner problem.
No, listen, I got John's challenge here first. So John, your challenge gets pushed back more and more. Now Timmy wants me to push it back.
In 2 years, Ray's gonna
Yeah.
show up being like,
Yeah.
my friend nominated me.
Yeah.
There'll be
Well,
no
that's actually
Facebook.
okay. There's been so many people doing. I mean, there's so many of them. It's like
Yeah.
it might be good spread out.
John, yeah, we're gonna see Ray's gonna do like an ice bucket challenge in like a week.
Yeah. It was like a game. You know? Yeah.
But have any of you seen the post that Gary's been making, Gary Kelly?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those are great.
Oh.
You notice there's no name attached to him. I mean, there's no another artist. That's how I convinced him to do it. I'll be happy to do that. It's just I'm just not going to nominate another artist. It sounds hard.
It's a chainmail thing.
Sounds hard.
It's an aggressive trend, I would say. It's a lot of
It kind of is.
yeah. But you know, Ray, you only have to eat 3 Tide Pods. That's it.
That's awesome.
Oh, the tripod.
The Tide Pod challenge. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Dude,
Yeah.
all the hits.
Yeah.
That one was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
That was a pinnacle of internet challenges.
See, Cassandra, bad choices. Bad choices.
Yeah, talk
Bad
about
choices.
choices.
Right? They just need someone to sit them down, make them
Yeah.
a good meal, and talk
Yeah.
about making better choices.
Yeah.
I love
You're
that.
awesome. I wish my mother was like you.
Yeah.
Wow,
Mm.
that didn't work out like that at all.
No.
You know, because their kids are going to be like, I wish mom had just spanked us.
Well,
Yeah. Incoming.
Yeah.
that was a
If
thing.
mom says we need to sit and talk about it, because like they're 5 and I'll be like, I think we need to have a conversation. They're just like, no conversation.
Just
My
spank
mom
us.
would have cleaned my mouth out with soap with the
Yeah.
Tide Pod, you know.
Yeah. That's funny.
Whatever. And if I were my mom, I would have a very weird relationship with food. It's like, so I would confuse, right? Wouldn't you like, right? Like get worried or just stressed out while having a good meal?
See,
What did I
you mix it
do?
up though. You don't just save it for the talk. You also make other good meals at other times. But yeah, if you just save it for the talk, then yeah, they're going to be
Yeah.
afraid of good food.
Wait,
Yeah.
Cassandra, do you make like a specific meal? Is it like, it's like always the hard talks are like beef stroganoff? And
No, I got to keep them guessing. Like, one
Yeah.
day it'll be overnight Easter waffles.
yeah,
So, and then
Wow.
another day.
that means you're planning it in overnight, right?
Oh, I'm a planner. So like,
So you're
yeah,
planning the talks
Yeah.
24 hours in advance. Wow.
Heck
You're
yeah.
doing preemptive talks there,
Yeah, this is. Can we just come over for the talks? I mean,
Yeah.
we don't mind.
I know what can I do
Inspiration.
wrong that'll get me a dinner.
Yeah. Right. Overnight oats, Dale. Right? Am I right?
Right, yeah. What's a cookable offense?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Well, I also just stress bake. So like there's always cookies around. Like I'm always passing them off to people around me. Be like, here, have a
That's
cookie. I had
Okay.
a cupcake.
Are you a food bully?
What? Whoa.
No, I'm just
Oh my
I'm a feeder.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like always worried that people are hungry. So like
Yeah.
if someone walks in, I'm just like, are you good? Do you need food? Are you all right? All right.
That's exactly what my wife is like. And it goes right up to the line of being a food bully. Like the Greeks are like, what do you mean you don't want to eat?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's okay. We'll have something,
A cookable offense.
Oh, you're a vegetarian? Okay, I'll make you lamb.
Yeah. That's there's a lot of truth in that movie,
It feels like my family. We're not Greek, but I relate to that. Like we're all just feeders. We just want to make sure everybody's good.
Yeah.
Like, the question is, okay, you're having a bad day. First, did you have a good meal? Did you get good sleep? Have you had water? Okay, is it still bad? All right, now let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Timmy, if you're looking for a podcast title, a cookable offense is right there. You should just have Cassandra take
Oh
it.
my gosh. Let's go.
Cookable offense. That'd be good if I had like a food, maybe like a food podcast that is also like crime.
No, you have them. No, you keep them guessing. You name it cookable offense, and then they're like, when are they going to talk about this cooking?
Ooh,
Tuning in.
Trinity said, paint me a story with Tim.
Tim.
I like that.
Oh,
It's Tim. Wait.
Timmy Tales, a visual arts passage podcast.
Trinity, I liked that one.
I
I
like
like
that.
Trinity.
It's getting worse.
Tim. I like that part of Trinity's suggestion is that I start going by Tim too. somewhere we were like, some student emailed me and was like, so I heard you're going by Tim now.
That's really funny.
I feel like that's Dale pranking you.
And
through
I was
that
like,
student.
I wish it was.
I was like, who told you that? And they were like, I don't know. I heard that you go by Tim now. I was like,
That straight up sounds from Dale.
I don't.
I gotta try. I gotta do that. I like the idea. Whoever said that's my people right there.
They're just trying to cause chaos. I don't know.
Mhm.
Somebody's talking about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess nobody said you wanted it changed, but that's just what other people call you when they talk about you.
Oh my God, you guys, let's all just, when we talk about Timmy, let's just call him Tim.
If I'm not in the room, is that the
No, when you're right here, we won't address you
Oh.
as Tim, but when we're talking to each other, we'll
oh
address.
man.
Yeah.
So for instance, Cassandra, what do you think of Tim's
Oh my god.
podcast?
I don't even react to it.
He's like already angry. He
doesn't
said
even-
one
Dude,
word.
that's amazing.
It doesn't even it might as well say Bill. It just doesn't register for me.
We've got to somehow get people to start paying him as Tim. That's going to get his attention.
Oh my gosh.
I do like Paint Me a Story. That's a fun one. That's a good
I
one.
really
That's a
like
good
that.
one.
I think that's a great title. Trinity, I think you got a good one. It may
Send
have to
me-
be Paint Me a Story with Timmy, but
Yeah, send the invoice to Tim Trebon.
Yeah.
fill in the blank space podcast. Oh, you're on a roll, Trinity.
Wow.
Ooh.
I like it.
I told my brother, I was like, nobody has a podcast called Right Brain. And he goes, so is that like he goes, you trying to run like a Rush Limbaugh show?
Oh my God.
And I was like, that would be a great name for a conservative talk show.
God.
Like,
Oh my God.
I was like, yeah, I guess if I was like a right-wing artist, that would be a killer name for a podcast, but not in the cards.
Hmm.
Yeah, the best podcasts have like killer double entendres in their names. But
But like Seth Rogen's is literally story time.
Really?
no, it's not.
Isn't it? Isn't that what it's called? Just
Wait,
story time?
Seth Rogen. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said, I was thinking Joe Rogan.
No,
I was
Seth
like-
I
Rogen.
knew that's what you were thinking.
I was thinking the same thing.
I was
Oh,
like,
no.
it's not.
Yeah,
no,
Yeah,
it's
Joe Rogan's
not.
called the Joe Rogan podcast. So,
Yeah, no, you're right, Cassandra. Seth's is called Storytime with Seth Rogen. He is like kind of like an A-list celebrity though. So
You're gonna make yourself the A-list celebrity, man.
yeah, exactly. Timmy Tales.
anyway, Timmy Tales.
Addison says inside the artist studio with Timmy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wicked too.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Gotta grow a goatee for that.
this is 3-minute countdown.
Woo!
Bless
So
you.
that's you.
All right, 3-minute countdown for the final pose. So got 3
Oh.
minutes left, or 2 minutes.
I gotta tell you, this
Why,
one is
why?
hard with Billie Eilish. This
Yeah,
Yeah,
tough.
inside of her mouth and
it's fun, but
it's kicking my butt.
it's difficult. That mouth. It's hard.
Well,
to,
also that it's slightly from below.
yeah. You get that loop around with the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And the light's coming up from underneath
Yeah.
her and above her.
Haven't even gotten to the hand. I mean, I have a silhouette of the hand. Sketched out.
That's a good one. It's crazy that so many
Sketchy conversations. I don't know.
sketchy conversations.
Sketchy.
Sketchy. Yeah, sketchy dude podcast.
Gonna get sketchy.
it's
This is-
sketchy.
I can't tell you how many hours of my life have been spent trying to think up band names. This is exactly the same thing.
This is,
Well-
I'm saying, Dale, you should have been, I would have expected you to just be
Oh, it's
firing them out.
my least favorite thing in the world.
No.
Oh my God. It's the
You're
worst.
kidding me.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst. How about Boulder? No, idiot. Boulder's not good. No. I know. How about Granite? No, it's not.
So is this a commentary on your band itself? The voices sound.
Yes, it is. How about Dirt? No, not Dirt. Dirt's not good. You're out of the band. Go.
So who was the leader of your band?
It was, there were a few bands, but the most significant one was myself and Chris Duvall, who was a genius, and his brother was also a genius. He went to Columbia, and I realized that it was an awesome time because I realized being smart and thinking is cool. And in that whole world, that whole rock and roll world, thinking and being smart is generally it's not part of the pose, right?
That's not what I get when I think of David Lee Roth. Okay.
That dude is really smart.
Yeah.
Oh, he's really smart. That whole brown M&M thing, no brown M&Ms or they'd end up trashing a place. That was so that That was so
The
that
contract.
yeah, that's so they could see
Yeah.
if someone was reading their rider, and if not,
Right.
they weren't playing. No, that's a smart guy right there.
There is a last art question. Are the mediums y'all are using your favorites? If not, which are your favorites if y'all have one?
And on that note, before we start tackling those questions, this last pose is over. So as the panelists answer the question, those of you in the audience, please start posting your work to Instagram using hashtag illustration isolation at Visual Arts Passage. So don't wait. We're gonna go around the room and please post your work. Don, what material are you using tonight, and what's your favorite?
So I'm using acrylic gouache. It's one of my favorites, but I guess if I was pressed on what my absolute favorite is, I still love oil. But it's a hard one for me. I don't necessarily have one ultimate favorite medium.
How about you, Dale? What are you working with, and what do you love to work
Working
with?
with the old red pastel pencil, and I really just like good old fashioned pencil. I really do. If I could do anything, I would really just draw pictures for the pencil. I love it.
How about you, Cassandra?
I'm working with acrylic paint, and I kind of am a fan of mixed media. So I like acrylic paint and oil together in layers.
Oh, Cassandra, by the way, you know the rabbit portrait that you did with the handle, like the hatch handle?
Yeah.
I was opening up like a box that has like a wine opener, and it has that exact hatch on it, and it's made to look like a rabbit's head. And it is, I'm gonna send you a photo of it. It's so crazy because the lever on your frame looks like a rabbit ear.
That's so funny.
It's, once you see it, you'll be like, oh my gosh. But yeah, anyways, Bill, what's your material?
I've been using pastel, and I did two.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
Oh yeah,
top
that
one.
looks good.
Nice,
Thank
Bill.
you.
You see the other one, Bill?
What's
that?
that?
Reminds me of Chris Payne. That one. That was odd. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's cool.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
Thanks. It was fun.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, for what we're doing here, pastel I sort of like, but I think I'm sort of torn between watercolor and oils as my favorites. But I'm a mixed media. Oh wow, that looks fantastic, Don.
Oh, thank you.
Ray, that looks awesome.
Oh, thanks.
Love that.
Right.
Whoa.
Ray, what's your favorite material to?
Well, I'm using the digital, so Photoshop, but I don't know. I like a lot of material. So I guess the ones that I like to use the most that I wish I had more time with is probably be oil paint. But that being said, I'm, very happy with like acrylics, and I like actually working with gouache. I haven't done that in a while, or pastels.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's a hard one for me. I'd like pencil too, and charcoal pencil and stuff. So,
All right, John, you're the last one up to bat.
I've been drawing with pastel.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic.
Pastel and mid-tone
Wow.
paper.
Oh man, that is killer.
oh yeah, that looks great.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Really gorgeous one.
Is it the is it Zoom that's giving it that texture, or does it have the
No,
black?
no, I put black down and rubbed it with my hand and went back over I like the texture, the mixture of the smooth and the granular. So
It looks cool. It
You
looks
can
so
tell.
cool.
Really
That's
nice.
amazing.
thanks.
Look at that negative space there, and the hand and the chin. That's really good.
Well, I like the pastels because they're very flexible and they're for a dry medium, they're very active too. I mean, you can push them all over the place, and they make a very aggressive mark. You can make a very aggressive mark with it. Anyway,
So is that your favorite thing to work with, is pastels then?
no. I used to hate working with pastels. I didn't like this, the feel and the sound. It's like rubbing your fingers on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It used to drive me nuts. I've gotten used to that. But I if I anything, I don't know. I don't know if I have any one favorite. I guess oils would be the way, be my favorite, but I don't use oils in a real traditional way anyway. So I mix, I do acrylic underpaintings and work oil on top of it. And then I use paint sticks and crayons and all kinds of fun stuff to play with them. So I like mixed media a lot.
I'm gonna change my answer to mixed media.
I think mediums relate to how you like to approach, I still think of myself as a drawer. I mean, I feel like I like, and again, painting is drawing, but I like the feel of drawing. And when I paint, I want materials that I feel like I can draw with. Instead of, I do like working from, everything I do comes from out of focus to in focus. And I don't know, just, I think I gravitate towards drawing. And mediums that allow me to do that easily is the things I like working with the best.
Good answer.
I don't know. Well,
Well, you-
I think I have to get in position to look at all the work now.
Yep.
I'll turn my camera off.
Good, because I want a couple more minutes to work on this. So take your time.
It always takes me a little while.
Hey Don, I thought you were gonna say either printmaking or making shoes.
I love making shoes. I'll pull it in frame here. I've had to put this off for the entire year, but this is basically the beginnings of another pair of shoes right here. I'm cutting out all the pieces for the pattern.
That's so cool.
Hold on, Don. Let me get to you.
Oh, okay. I'll do that again here. So this right here is what you call the vamp. So this is part of the upper, the little marks for where to, glue and sew the next piece to it, and skive the leather on the back, all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited. I've had this hide for a year, and I haven't wanted to get into it, because once you get into it, it's like, it's torture to go do something else. You have to really, I don't want to just have it sit there half finished for another year.
Yeah. Have you had a show of just shoes?
Not yet. I mean, this pair here is my 5th pair that I've made. And I was planning on doing something like that, but just because of the time, I've got plans for it. I don't want to get too much into it, because it's recorded here on, forever.
Oh, don't let it out, man. No.
Yeah. So, but no, I've got some plans. I have to get a few things in order first before I do it. So,
Dale, I'm really loving that crossing the gutter there. And
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
that is cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, that's
Thanks.
awesome.
Are you all ready?
That was the name of my last band, Crossing the Gutter.
Really?
How about gutter?
Do you ever have to deal with a band member who wants to make his into songs?
Make us what?
make his bad poetry into songs,
Oh my God, that's
Or
like
like
90% of what
his
goes on.
girlfriend's bad poetry into songs.
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole shebang right there.
All right. You guys ready to go?
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, awesome.
Oh,
Oh,
Very nice.
really nice.
Oh, that's
Really,
awesome.
really nice.
Yeah.
Love those lines with the hoodie, and that's great.
Great.
Nice. That's a,
Wow.
Ooh,
hey,
Oh, Devin,
Devin.
that's so good.
man.
woof,
Oh,
Wow,
wow.
nice control there. That's great.
that's fun.
Cool.
That's great.
Excellent.
Oh,
Cool,
Wow,
Chuck.
Chuck.
nice, Chuck.
Didn't we ban Chuck?
No,
Multiple times.
we just give it, we handicapped him. As we're not banning anybody, we're just handicapping people.
Well, we got to handicap him more.
Okay.
Nice, Leslie.
That's got some
Ooh.
crazy energy in it. I love it.
Mhm.
That line.
Just so appropriate.
Oh,
with that.
Tyler.
Whoa.
Nice.
Oh, that is
Wow.
awesome.
Terrific, man. Wow. Sheesh.
Talk about
Tyler,
it.
you ought to think of like doing a Wednesday night show, digital painting show called Tyler Brush or something. I don't know.
Hey,
Live
Tyler,
show.
great to see you again. See you Wednesday.
It just doesn't get old. And you know,
Hey, Julie, very well done, Julie. I
Oh,
like
very
it.
nice.
That's great.
That's my cousin.
Yeah.
Julie's my
Oh,
cousin.
that's so fantastic.
Oh, cool.
That's my,
Family closing in on you, John.
I know.
Yeah, John.
This is Sally's sister.
Turn up the heat.
They're all getting good.
Whoa.
that
this
is
Oh, that's
awesome.
cool.
Fun distortion. I like it.
Kind of like Mark Ulrichsen.
Yeah,
you know.
totally.
This is fun. This is
Yeah.
good drawing. That's a tough one, man. I was
Oh, that's
I'm
beautiful.
struggling with that one. The pink and
Nice,
black.
Greg,
Tough to handle.
baby.
Nice. Oh, that's nice.
It is.
Ooh, very nice.
Really nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let's see.
Well done, Felicity.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
Wow.
It's to the point.
That's a great.
We've got a 6-year-old drawing
Oh,
with us tonight. So.
Ooh.
Oh, yay.
I love that quality you're getting there. That's
Oh,
nice.
that's beautiful.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, that's really
That's
nice. I
good.
love the hair.
Yeah. Beautiful line.
That was Alex. That's the 6-year-old, the one we just passed.
Well, that's cool.
Awesome work.
Whoa.
Not that one. This
Not
one.
that one. Yeah.
This one.
That's really cool.
Oh, wow.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
that's awesome.
If
Yeah,
this was
that's
the
amazing.
6-year-old, I was just going to shut the room right down.
Wow.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Game's
that's
over.
great. Al Hirschfield.
It is.
Yeah, it,
Awesome.
does, it totally has that vibe.
Reincarnated.
Good job, Rebecca.
Yeah, nice drawing, Rebecca.
Does he have
Great.
representation? Or-
Yeah.
Ooh, Sienna. Really
Ooh,
nice.
Really nice.
Yeah.
I was just thinking Timmy's podcast.
Oh,
should
that's
have the
great.
entire Rocks Rod.
Really, really nice.
Oh, Gary.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
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 Yeah.
Dang it, Gary. Speaking of
just
someone
start
needing a
booing Gary.
handicap, can we just give him like 3 minutes and see what he does?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do
Gary,
that.
that is really special. That's a good drawing. That's really nice. Man, look at that's got some energy, huh?
Does.
Great work, man. Really.
Felicity.
Oh,
Yes.
man. Cool.
So good.
Just smoked me. Wow.
Nice.
Very nice.
Sweet.
Good job with the color on that one.
Mhm.
Oh,
That pink
wow.
and black was messing with me. Nice. Oh, very good.
I like that.
I love that.
Yeah, that's a very nice piece.
It's really fun.
Oh, AJ, come on, man.
Ooh.
Dude,
Jeez.
Excellent.
Nice,
I thought
AJ.
you were blocking AJ
Oh.
from the room. He's too
Yeah.
good.
Come on, Gary.
I just blocked AJ with Gary.
Yeah. We should just start booing these people.
So good.
Oh, no.
Amazing stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Really great.
too.
Jeez.
It's like
Really
Robert
fun
Neeson.
energy. Love it.
Yeah. Love that.
We got to, I need to talk. Miss May, I shouldn't say this out loud, but I'm going to. It's like we need to have like a guest panelist every week from
I
the
love that.
audience.
Love
Oh,
that.
that'd be so fun.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Love it.
Good
Sounds
job,
like,
Jeff.
Sounds like a crazy liability, but
I know.
I
Wow.
I like admiring some
Ooh.
of them from a distance.
Gary, you're on fire tonight.
Hmm
Jeez,
All of them are fantastic.
Ooh,
that is so good.
Wow.
dang, man.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Oh my God.
That was amazing. Thank you for that.
Well done. This is nice. Gotta
I
go,
love that.
Nicole.
Good, Nicole. Good
What-
silhouette.
Nice.
Should have just done that. That's great.
Very good.
I think audience panelists would just no mic privileges, just draw on camera. That's the only way we could guarantee security.
I'm pretty sure it would be pretty tough to convince somebody to do it. It's like, no, I like where we are.
It's a lot of heat on the panelists.
Oh, that's excellent.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
fun.
beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool,
Oh, I
Marcy.
love that.
That's cool.
Very nice, Marcy.
Cool stylization, man. It's-
Oh, AJ.
Whoa.
Oh,
Wow.
dang.
Wow.
Boo.
Boo. There we go. Maybe
Just gotta-
that'll work.
We
Just
don't
gotta
accept
say.
pieces with type in them.
Just
Right.
well, hold on.
Yeah, disqualified.
Excuse
That
me.
was
Wait,
not
wait,
the
wait, wait,
assignment.
wait. Big old typo in that.
Oh, that's right. There's no E.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Oh,
Big
see?
old typo. Sorry.
Terrible
That's-
piece.
Yeah, it's
That's
garbage.
awful.
Absolutely garbage.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to get the next award, whatever.
I think that's
magazine
the
comes
only
out.
time. That's the only time we've really dug in on somebody.
Don't start bringing up typos.
Really nice,
Me in the
Peter.
room.
Poor AJ.
Ooh, that's great.
Nice job, Peter.
That is great.
Good work. Wow.
Really nice.
Well done, Peter.
Very nice.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
I like that.
Oh yeah, I always like how that's so sculptural. It's beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That's fun.
That's pretty.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
nice.
They see they spelt it right.
Did.
Yeah.
Take
Do you
notes.
see Chuck Tuck's comment?
Yeah,
He says
AJ.
hashtag spelling isolation.
Oh, that's
Ouch.
cool.
This is a nice piece.
Spelling isolation.
We just
Chuck,
we take
that's hilarious.
it seriously.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You redeemed
really
yourself.
nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The only,
Love
the
it.
only,
Alberta.
No, it's not bad.
the only thing that
Terrific.
saved, he just didn't try to spell Eilish. And then there you go.
I can't spell Eilish. It's too close to my name. I keep screwing it up.
I can't spell worth a lick, so yeah.
Billy English.
Oh, that's fun.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh,
Jeff,
cool.
that's really great.
Love it.
Amazing. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Got them all on the page.
Well done.
Oh,
Oh.
man.
That's interesting.
You did a nice
Wow.
piece, Nicole.
That,
Ooh, that's cool.
yeah. Cool.
Chuck, I knew that was yours. Good one.
Nice.
Oh, nice one.
Sweet.
That's a first timer.
Wow.
Oh,
Was that a first timer?
Yeah, it looked like, yeah. Yeah, it
sweet.
was her first time. Hey, welcome.
Yay.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining.
Well,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
Hopefully it won't be the last.
Mhm.
This feels like it could actually be a Coachella poster.
I know.
Yeah,
I love how
seriously.
they combined it all.
Was that a spaceman in the background? Which I think is a Coachella thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's that big, they have a big sculpture of that or inflatable or something. It's
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 the,
Wow.
the false idol at Coachella that, that everyone's worshiping
They dance
This
around
year.
it.
this year. Yeah. Oh,
so
man.
if you had your choice, Timmy, would it be Burning Man or Coachella?
Dude, I tried to get my dad to go to Birdie Man with me when I was in college.
That was just a dumb idea from the beginning.
There's a really great documentary about this guy. who
Somebody would have
parents.
died.
Wait, if it was a dumb idea if me and my dad had gone,
Yeah, I just can't
I mean,
imagine your dad at Burning Man.
well, this is what I want to say is had I gotten my dad to go to Burning Man, and let's say we go on this, spiritual walkabout together. Think about how different the end would have been, John. My dad would have been like into crystals.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Speaking of crystals.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is
Crystal,
terrific.
really
Oh,
great
wow.
job.
Crystals.
Wow, yeah, nice. Tim.
Manifested this.
Such great energy, man.
Look at the power you have.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Linda is asking for Better Call Saul week, a Better Call Saul week.
Oh man, I second that.
I am so loving that last season right now. It's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
We've gotten a couple. We got next
Great
week.
call.
We've got, what is it?
Gilded Age?
My best friend's HBO show.
Yeah.
The Gilded Age.
The Gilded Age.
Right.
Yeah. And then
I still want our flag meet. Yeah.
and then I actually just reached out to a photographer named Matthew Salacuse out of New York, who just did a portrait series with Billie Eilish. So,
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
and he's given us his whole website. So,
Fantastic.
Sweet.
Whoa, that's
What's his
awesome.
name?
Matthew Salacuse. He's out of New York.
Very
he's
cool.
he's buddies with all the comedians that I
Cool.
love.
Oh, Addie, that's lovely.
Good
Wow.
job, Andy.
Ooh, beautiful. Yeah. Really nice.
Wow.
Very well done, Sienna.
Mhm.
Nice.
Nice,
Go,
Sally. It's good.
That's a nice drawing.
Oh, cool. Nobody spelled The Weeknd's name right, though.
There have been people. There have been people.
I've seen a few.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
it. Too.
They got the stallion right. They got both these and that.
The stallion.
Or the
Yeah.
no, they got that right. I've
Yeah.
Oh
seen it.
my God.
It's great.
I just hear Bill and Ted in my head going, "Wild stallions."
I forgot about that. Hmm.
Oh, that's really nice.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Her hand. That's a really good hand.
Ooh, yeah, really nice gesture.
That's Jeff, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. Good work. Good work. I love seeing all the different
Oh, that's nice.
interpretations of these things.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
John, so next year, what's the Visual Arts Passage retreat going to be? It should be Coachella or Burning Man, right?
I think I would enjoy Burning Man more.
Yeah,
I'll go to,
great.
you know what, John, I'll go to Burning Man with you.
Let's do it. I'm in.
Oh my goodness.
Dale,
I gotta
Dale,
go get to see this.
Dale, you're going to go to Burning Man?
I'm going, man.
All right, let's do it.
Sounds like fun.
Are we going to bike in?
Yeah.
All right. I love it. Just bring enough spandex for me and
Nice,
John.
Julie.
And we'll be set.
I've got plenty.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna have to cut the sleeves and legs down.
I
quite
just
a
had
bit.
this image of you guys just like rolling in with dramatic music and spandex into a desert.
Yeah.
I gotta.
Oh, that's
see
fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's really
I
great.
really like that.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's great.
Ooh, yeah.
I somehow just feel how
That's a tough
Uncool.
perspective too, and you did a really
Wow.
good job.
that's
Oh
nice.
my gosh,
too.
that's
That's
Alberto.
great too.
Wow.
Ooh,
nice out there.
Oh.
Really nice.
Wow.
love that.
Alberto said John in full Mad Max attire.
Do
Nice.
that. Do that. John, kind of a young Mel
love
Gibson
that.
look.
He can pull it off.
Oh, Kelly, that is lovely. That's so delicate. You did a great job.
Love it.
Oh, cool.
Very nice.
Wow, a lot of submissions tonight. This is great.
Really? Yeah.
Man, it's awesome to see what everybody's doing. Thank you.
Love it.
Paul, that's really nice. I love the difference of mark making, the real smooth and the granular,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
really thoughtfully done. Good job.
Platonic bagel. I like that.
You know, I was just contemplating the name.
Yeah.
Nice, Jeff.
It's great.
Feels like
Jeff, I think, does like 10 drawings every.
He does. He does. It's like 7 to 8 every
Ooh,
time.
that
Oh
is
man,
fun.
Wow,
Very nice.
that's
of him.
cool.
Wow.
Jeez.
that's killer.
Wow, I like the
I
little.
can't believe you got the people in the background too,
I think
dude.
I think we influenced him when we were talking about the 60s aesthetic of the illustration.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Nailed it.
Totally.
Oh, that's very nice too.
Nice.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
Good
fun.
job, Nicole.
Love that
Very
one.
good. All right, I think we've come to the end.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Cassandra, Dale, Bill, Don, Ray, Timmy. I think that's everybody. Really appreciate you joining us tonight. Had fun. You can, anybody that wants to, they can still sign up for a class. You got a few hours, right, Timmy?
Few hours left. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those of you tuning in from Coachella can go back to your
That's right.
tent, I guess.
Go
Yeah. Go back to your tent and
in the porta potty line.
yeah, the porta potty line. Enjoy. All right, everybody. What a great
All right.
night. Thank you.
Great
all.
night.
Have a great
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, everyone.
Take
Take
care.
care.